Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the final keyword. So when we use the final keyword in Java, we will see the example. So in previous video, we already discussed about this keyword as well as we covered most of the topics related to the Java programming like the OOPS concept, looping and everything. So if you are not aware about those sessions, I have provided my playlist in the description below. You should definitely check that out. Here you can see the things we discussed related to the this keyword, what exactly the uses and all. So in the same way, we are going to discuss about the final keyword. So for that, I am creating the two classes here, named as the C and D. So here I'm creating one variable. So you know how to create the variable. Here I'm creating the integer variable name as the I, right? So we are going to see what is the use of the final keyword. Suppose I'm writing final here. You can see we are getting error. The blank final field I may not be initialized. So basically when you are writing the final keyword for the variable, it should be a constant. So you can write the final keyword for the constant variable only. How you can do that as a constant, you need to provide some value. Suppose I am providing the value as the 10. Now you can see that error is gone, right? So basically, final keyword can be used with variable. It becomes a constant. When it becomes a constant, you cannot change the value of the constant. So let's see if we can change the value of this. So I'm writing one method, public void testing, and here I will try to modify this variable. Suppose I plus plus. Here you can see we are getting error as the remove final modifier of the I. Because as we put the final keyword here, this I become the constant as well as we are providing the value. So now I value is equal to 10. So once it become a constant, we cannot change the value of the I. So now the value of the I is equal to 10. So that's why we cannot modify the value. Let's see one more example. Suppose in this case, public void testing, I created one method, right? So in this case, I'm writing, suppose I'm doing the addition of the two numbers. So instead of the testing, I will write like sum. And here I'm passing two variable, int a, comma, int b. And here I'm printing those addition. For example, a plus b. So I'm just doing the sum of two numbers and printing that value. So this is the class C. How we can extend the class C, how we can access this sum method in the class D by extending this class. So how to do that? Class D extends class C. So now here I can access that sum method that we already seen in previous OOPS concept example. So here the public class C, suppose I make this as the final class. Okay, and I save this. Now let's go to the class D. Here you can see we are getting the error that type D cannot the subclass of the final class. So before making this class as the final, we can create and extend the class that we can inherit the class. But after making this class, the parent class as the final, we cannot create the child class or we cannot inherit the class. What does that mean? Final keyword can be used with the class and it cannot be inherited. So once we use the final keyword, we cannot inherit the class. So let me write down the points here, whatever we have discussed so far. So once we make the variable as the final, then that becomes a constant. and we cannot change the value of constant. Then the second point is final keyword we can use with the class. So class as a final, we cannot inherit the class. Okay. Let's see one more example. So when we are declaring the method as final, let's see what is happening. So for that, I'm removing this class final from here so that we can extend the class in the class D. Okay, so we have discussed about the override concept, right? So override, when it happens, when you created the child class and you can use the same method, this sum method here in the child class. So I'm writing the annotation as the override. This is just for the understanding purpose. So here I'm writing the public void sum integer a and integer b. So here you can change the logic. Suppose I'm doing a square a plus b square b. So I'm doing the addition of a square plus b square. Okay. So first thing, I inherited the this parent class and I'm using the same method like this sum method, and I'm doing this addition of the square of that number. Okay, so this is possible. This is the override concept that we already discussed in the OOPS concept series. So let's see when I'm writing the final keyword for the this method, what is happening. So I write the final keyword for this method. Now you can see for this D class we are getting the error. What exactly error? Cannot override the final method from C. So remove the final modifier. So when we declare the method as the final, we cannot override the method. So when we can use this particular final keyword in your practical Java programming writing. Suppose you are write the code and you want your value you have already declared for the variable, and you don't want anyone to change that value. Then you can write the final keyword for that variable. Same applies for the class and method. Suppose you have created any class, you don't want anyone to inherit that class and write the further methods. Then in that case, you can mark this class as the final. Same for the method. If you don't want that method to get the override, you can make that method as the final. So this is basically the use of the final keyword. So it is a keyword in Java. It is used for it is used with a variable. When a variable is a declare as a final, it means that once it has been assigned, a value cannot be changed. It essentially makes the variable as the constant. Then final method. A method declared as the final cannot be overridden by the subclasses. This is useful when you want to ensure the method's behavior remains consistent across the different implementation. And the final with the classes. A class declared as a final cannot be subclass. This used to prevent other classes from inheriting the functionality of the final class. By using the final keyword, Java provides a way to enforce immutability and prevent accidental modification of the code behavior. That is the use of the final keyword. So that's it for the today guys. Thank you for watching this video till the end. If you find this video useful, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and thank you again. Have a nice day.